What a bookworm loves more than reading is buying books. In today's video, I am going to share with you some of the books that I bought recently. Stay tuned. Hello everyone, I am Shaloo. Welcome to my channel where I post videos related to books. If you are new here, then do subscribe to my channel for new bookish videos every week. आज के वीडियो में मैं आपके साथ शेयर करने वाली हूँ वो कुछ किताबें जो मैंने रिसेंटली खरीदी और कुछ किताबें जो मैंने लाइब्रेरी से बोरो की। तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं। द फर्स्ट बुक इन टुडेज हॉल इज हलाबलू इन द गुआवा ऑर्किड बाय किरण देसाई। तो ये किताब काफ़ी टाइम से मेरी विश लिस्ट में थी। इसका जो बुक ब्लर्ब है मुझे काफ़ी इंटरेस्टिंग लग रहा था। इट सेज Sampath Chawla was born into a family of a bit of culture, to a mother not quite like her neighbors, in a town not quite like other towns. After years of failure at school, failure at work, of spending his days dreaming in the tea stalls and singing to himself in the public gardens, it does not seem as if Sampath is going to amount to much. But the world is round, says his grandmother, wait and see. Even if it appears he is going downhill, he will come up out on the other side. Yes, on top of the world. He is just taking the longer road. No one believes her until Sampath climbs a gawa tree in search of a life of peaceful contemplation and becomes unexpectedly famous as a hermit. I started reading this book and I am about 25 pages in. अभी तक तो बुक काफ़ी बढ़िया लग रही है मुझे। इसके जो रिव्यूज़ हैं वो भी काफ़ी बढ़िया हैं। डेली टेलीग्राफ says, delicious with kindness and humor, this site describes a magical world full of eccentric characters that at the end of the book, one is sad to leave. New York Times says, it is a meticulously crafted piece of gently comic satire. A small, finely tuned fable that attests to the author's pitch perfect ear for character and mood and her natural storytelling gifts. मैंने इससे पहले किरण देसाई की कोई भी बुक नहीं पढ़ी है, so I'm quite interested in reading this one. So book काफ़ी छोटी भी है, it's around 200 pages, so it's going to be a quick read. And the next book in the hall is Reading Lolita in Tehran by Azhar Nafisi. Famous author Margaret Atwood says about this book that it is engrossing, fascinating and stunning. This book is considered as a modern classic. तो ये जो किताब है ये ऑथर ने अपने खुद के एक्सपीरियंसेस के बारे में लिखी है. She was a professor of literature and every Thursday morning in a living room in Iran, over tea and pastries, 8 women meet in secret to discuss forbidden works of Western literature. As they lose themselves in the worlds of Lolita, The Great Gatsby and Pride and Prejudice, gradually they come to share their own stories, dreams and hopes with each other, and for a few hours taste freedom. Azhar Nafisi's best-selling memoir is the moving, passionate testament to the transformative power of books, the magic of words, and the search for beauty in life's darkest moments. I am about 150 pages in this book and this is such an interesting read. Not only the author discusses the various aspects of classic books, but also the real life experiences, the harrowing experiences of living in an Islamic country. These women face so many restrictions. They are not allowed to go outside without male supervision. They have to wear burqa all the time. They cannot talk to opposite members of the sex. They cannot do what they want to. They cannot live freely. But amidst all those restrictions, they found solace in the company of books. बहुत ही एक बेहतरीन किताब है, but I will not recommend this book for beginners. This book is meant for avid readers. जल्दी इस बुक का एक डिटेल रिव्यू मैं आप लोगों के लिए लेकर आऊँगी. And the next book in today's haul is In a Thousand Different Ways by Cecilia Ahern. This is an impulse buy. I went to the bookstore, I saw this book, I loved the cover, it's so beautiful and so serene. The book blurb says, Alice sees the worst in people. She also sees the best. She sees 1,000 different emotions and knows exactly what everyone around her is feeling every single day. But it is the dark thoughts, the sadness, the rage. These are the things she can't get out of her head. The things that overwhelm her. The things that stop her being able to find her own way instead. I love Cecilia Ahern's writings. I have read 3 books by her. और उसमें से P.S. I Love You and Postscript तो मुझे काफ़ी पसंद है. So when I saw this book, I immediately picked it up. So let's see how it goes. And the next book is our book club's read of the month, The Dictionary of Lost Words by Pip Williams. इस किताब के बारे में मुझे कुछ पता नहीं था, बट आई बॉट दिस बुक बिकॉज आई वॉन्टेड अ फिजिकल कॉपी फॉर आवर बुक क्लब रीड. So the book blurb says, motherless and irrepressibly curious, Esme spends her childhood at her father's feet as he and his team gather words for the very first Oxford English Dictionary. One day, she sees a slip of paper containing a forgotten word flutter to the floor unclaimed. And so, Esme begins to collect words for another dictionary in secret, the Dictionary of Lost Words. But to do so, she must journey into a world on the cusp of change as the Great War looms and women fight for the vote. Can the power of lost words from the past finally help her make sense of her future? तो बुक क्लब तो काफ़ी इंटरेस्टिंग है. आई हैव नॉट येट स्टार्टेड रीडिंग दिस बुक. तो जैसे ही मैं बुक को पढ़ती हूँ, आई विल कम अप विद द रिव्यू फॉर यू ऑल. Seems like an interesting one. And the next book is The Book of Everlasting Things by Anchal Malhotra. Just look at the book cover, so beautiful, isn't it? So इस बुक के बारे में भी मुझे कुछ पता नहीं था. मैंने इसको जस्ट ऑर्डर किया क्योंकि एक तो बुक कवर इतना खूबसूरत था और दूसरा आंचल मल्होत्रा की किताबों के बारे में मैंने बहुत सुन रखा है. आई हैव नॉट रेड एनी ऑफ हर बुक्स येट, बट हर रेमिनेंस ऑफ सेपरेशन वाज क्वाइट अ बेस्ट सेलर. तो उनकी किताब पढ़ने की मेरी बहुत इच्छा थी एंड दिस इज़ हर फर्स्ट फिक्शन बुक. So let's see the blurb. The book is set in Lahore in 1938. Drawn by an intoxicating smell, Sameer Vij first locks eyes with Firdaus Khan through the rows of perfume bottles in his family's ither shop in Anakali Bazaar. Over the years that follow, the perfumer and the illuminator of manuscripts fall in love, their story written in dark and delicate ink. However, with the 1947 partition and the birth of two independent nations, Sameer, a Hindu, becomes Indian and Firdaus, a Muslim, becomes Pakistani. Bound by family and fear, torn between duty and desire, as the two lovers move farther away from one another, they must decide how much of their memories to hold on to. An assured debut novel from historian Anchal Malhotra, The Book of Everlasting Things is both intimate and sweeping. A story spanning continents and generations, braiding the threads of the past to the future. Here is the book which will linger in the reader's mind like the notes of an unforgettable perfume. So story तो काफ़ी इंटरेस्टिंग लग रही है. Let's see how it goes. तो ये थी कुछ किताबें जो मैंने अपने लिए इस महीने खरीदी. Now let me share with you the books that I got from the library. The first one is कफन by मुंशी प्रेमचंद. मैंने हिंदी की कोई बहुत ज़्यादा किताबें नहीं पढ़ी हैं, तो मैंने सोचा क्यों ना कुछ क्लासिक्स पढ़ी जाएं. और जब क्लासिक्स की बात आती है तो मुंशी प्रेमचंद जी का नाम ही सबसे पहले जहन में आता है. तो एक पतली किताब थी, मुझे लगा थोड़ी जल्दी ख़त्म हो जाएगी. सो आई गॉट दिस वन फ्रॉम द लाइब्रेरी. नाम से तो थोड़ी एक सीरियस किताब लग रही है. देखते हैं कैसा अनुभव रहता है. दूसरी किताब है पथेर पंचाली, विभूति भूषण बंदोपाध्याय द्वारा लिखित. तो एक काफ़ी फेमस किताब है. मैंने इस किताब का नाम सुन रखा है क्योंकि इसी नाम पे एक बहुत ही फेमस मूवी भी है. सत्यजीत राय की विश्व प्रसिद्ध फिल्म पथेर पंचाली लेखक विभूति भूषण बंदोपाध्याय के इसी नाम के उपन्यास पर आधारित है. यह उपन्यास बंगाल के निश्चिंतपुर गांव में रहने वाले अपू और उसकी बड़ी बहन दुर्गा की कहानी है. अपू और दुर्गा गरीबी की कड़वी सच्चाई से अनजान अपने बचपन की अलहड़ शैतानियों में मस्त अपना जीवन बिताते हैं, इस उम्मीद से कि शायद अधिक आमदनी हो पाए. उनके पिता काशी चले जाते हैं. पीछे परिस्थितियां कुछ ऐसी बनती हैं कि अपू को समय से पहले ही अपने परिवार की देखभाल का बोझ उठाना पड़ता है. लड़कपन से जवानी तक का यह उपन्यास सबसे पहले एक पत्रिका में धारावाहिक के रूप में और 1929 में पुस्तक के रूप में प्रकाशित हुआ. तो एक काफ़ी फेमस किताब है, एक क्लासिक का दर्जा दिया जाता है इसे. देखते हैं कि कैसा अनुभव रहता है इस किताब का. अगली दो किताबें भी लाइब्रेरी से ही हैं. मुझे मालूम ही नहीं था कि मेरे ऑफिस में भी एक लाइब्रेरी है. कल ही पता चला तो मैंने सोचा क्यों ना देखा जाए what all books are there in the library, and I got these two books for myself. The first one is You Are a Badass Every Day by Jen Sincero. So एक self help book है for anyone who has ever had trouble staying motivated while trailblazing through badassery. You Are a Badass Every Day is the companion to keep you fresh, grateful, mighty and driven. एक बेस्ट सेलर है. काफ़ी समय से मैं इसको पढ़ना भी चाह रही थी, तो जब मुझे लाइब्रेरी में दिखी तो मैंने इसे इशू करवा लिया. और दूसरी जो किताब है, अगेन इट्स अ वेरी फेमस बुक बाय एन इंडियन ऑथर, इन सर्च ऑफ हीर बाय मंजुल बजाज. तो किताब के बारे में मुझे ज़्यादा पता नहीं है, लेकिन नाम इसका काफ़ी सुना था. The book blurb says, in the village of Takht Hazara, the musically gifted Dido Ranjha struggles against family and society. He rejects the pursuit of wealth and power as the measure of a man's worth. In distant Jhang, the spirited Heer Sial is an accomplished warrior who fearlessly challenges the norms of a community. Heer and Raja are destined to meet and fall in love. The former chastised for her manly pursuits, and the latter ridiculed for his lack thereof. Told from multiple perspectives, set against the lush riverbanks and rugged countryside of West Punjab, this is a wise, passionate, and lyrical retelling of one of the subcontinent's most beloved epics. तो हीर रांझा की कहानी पे बेस्ड है, एक रीटेलिंग है हीर रांझा की कहानी की. सो ये काफ़ी इंटरेस्टिंग प्रीमिस लग रहा है. देखते हैं कैसी रहती है ये किताब. So these were all the books that I bought recently or I borrowed from the library for myself. Have you read any of these books? If yes, then do share your thoughts in the comment section. Also share with me whether you are a member of any library. And if yes, then how is your experience? And that's all for today's video. If you have enjoyed this video, then please like, comment and share. And if you want to see more such bookish videos, then do subscribe to my channel and do not forget to hit the bell icon so that you get notified every time I post a new video. Until my next video, bye and